You know what time it is. It's weather for Weather Geeks time. Good Friday afternoon, everyone. A lot of us are putting in our last day before the holiday. I'm working this weekend, so not quite my last day just yet, but we are in the middle of a warm Friday. We're in the middle of a somewhat damp Friday as well. Far from a washout today. We've had several hours of dry weather today. As I record this at about 2:25 this afternoon, just a scattering of showers around Ohio, western Pennsylvania. Where it is raining, it's raining lightly. And take a look at these temperatures. Hey, we're way above average, 49 right now in Youngstown, and we're into the 50s south of I-70, even close to 60 down towards the Ohio River right now. So it is a warm day. And on the weather map today, we've got an area of low pressure right here. Warm front extends up through here. There's a cold front back here. Look at the air behind the front out across the Midwest, the northern plains, single digits, teens, 20s. That's about it. But that cold air is going to stay held back until late Sunday and into Sunday night. It's actually going to be remarkably warm at times this upcoming weekend. So that's kind of the situation right now. Let me take off the pressure analysis, and real quickly, we'll just take a quick perusal of the country. It's definitely going to be a white Christmas up here in the Midwest, where no snow is melting. It is awfully cold, and then there's fresh cold building up in Canada. Check out this station here, minus 44, a few minus 36s and 38s through there just for fun. Let's put on the wind chill, and it feels like minus 50. And I don't think the scale goes any lower than that on this particular program, so minus 50 wind chills coming up here in central Canada. So, relatively speaking, we're on the warm side this afternoon. Now let's talk about what's going to happen as we head into the weekend. I'm going to show you a computer model here, and we're going to show the predicted radar. We're going to start with tomorrow morning. Tonight will feature more scattered showers. Let's go ahead to about daybreak tomorrow morning. And tomorrow promises to be a pretty wet Saturday across northeast Ohio and into western Pennsylvania. The rain's likely to be steadier, at times heavier than today. Here's the radar tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And as a lot of us start to get up, well, it's going to be raining on our windows. Some of it's going to be fairly moderate. Definitely, like I said, a little heavier than most of the rain today. So that's 6 a.m. Let's go towards later morning, 10 a.m. A lot of people hitting the malls tomorrow. It's going to be the busiest shopping day of the year, probably aside from Black Friday. It's the last Saturday before Christmas. People are going to be out. And last Saturday, we were dealing with snow and several inches of it. This Saturday, we're dealing with rain. And so roads are going to be wet. Things are going to be perhaps a little bit slow as a result. Here's the predicted radar at 10 a.m. Go into the afternoon. Here's 1 p.m. Heaviest of the rain right at this point. Most concentrated area will be out here, west of I-71, but still light to moderate rain will be found in parts of the Mahoning and Shenango valleys as well. Later in the afternoon, here's 5 p.m. We may get a little break at this point, according to the NAM model here, and some of the other models are fairly similar. A little break in the action, but then things are going to start to reload off to the west, and this heavier rain will try to pivot in then as we head into Saturday night. Our animation will end at 7 p.m. on Saturday, showing eventually that there will be more heavy rain out across western Ohio, parts of Indiana, and apparently it's not going to come up for us. There's 6 p.m. anyway. So best part of tomorrow may actually be the evening before the rain swings back in for tomorrow night. Let me bring up the temperatures predicted by this particular model real quickly here. Let's back things up to the middle of the afternoon. Here's about 3 p.m. and hopefully it'll come up. Things seem to be running a bit slow today. Well, maybe not. All right. Well, I was going to show you what the temperatures generally were going to look like. There we go. When we start to see the green colors, that's 50 or above on this map, and 50 is right up here around Youngstown. So, you know, I think it's going to be at least 50 in a lot of the area tomorrow afternoon, and then you're going to find some 60s down towards the Ohio River tomorrow afternoon, and it may actually even continue to warm up tomorrow night. It may be tomorrow night close to 60 for a lot of the night, so that's going to be kind of a remarkable thing. All right, let's switch sources here, and real quickly I want to show you the history of white Christmases in Youngstown going back to the 30s, and this year not likely to be one. We're going to bare ground, it looks like. Last year, we had officially 2 inches of snow on the ground Christmas morning, so technically it was a white Christmas last year. 2010, we had up to 6 inches of snow on the ground, so that was a good year for scenic snow at Christmas time. The biggest year I could find going back to the 30s was actually 1995, when we had 10 inches of snow. That was the snow depth on the ground on Christmas Day. So as you can see, we've had, a lot of years where nothing has been on the ground. We've had some years where there's been a few inches. This year, not likely to be one of those years, though, because of the rain washing away the snow, along with the warm temperatures as well. Got a lot of rain coming. Let me show you this real quickly here. This is the National Weather Service predicted rainfall amounts from now until Sunday evening. And the bullseye remains across the lower Ohio River Valley, where someone out here might get 5 inches worth of rain. Southern parts of Illinois, southern Missouri, parts of Indiana, perhaps as far north as Cincinnati. So I zoom in on our local area. They've changed their forecast a bit, and I think it's a good change. The 2.5-inch predicted line now runs right smack through the WFMJ viewing area, right here. That's 2.5 inches. South of there, lower amounts. West of there, you get into some higher amounts. Earlier, the National Weather Service had us in the 3-inch zone, and I was commenting that seems a little too high. So they're predicting anywhere from 2 to 2.5 inches worth of rain. I think that's reasonable based on everything that I've looked at. I think a lot of us will be pretty close to 2 inches before all is said and done. And that, of course, is going to cause some problems with some flooding around rivers, streams, creeks. We had, of course, major flooding last summer along the Mahoning River, Leavittsburg, Warren, down to Youngstown. This will not be nearly like that, but still, when this river crests, the predicted crest coming Sunday evening into the overnight, up at Leavittsburg, we could be up at 12.8 feet, moderate flood stage 13.5 feet, so we might be getting pretty close to that. So if you live real close to the river, be aware that it's going to be running really high, and minor flooding is likely for a time. This includes Leavittsburg, Warren, and then right down towards Youngstown. This is not going to be a huge flooding event, but kind of an unusual one for the time of year it is. The combination of snow, which is melting right now, and then all of the rain will mean at least some minor flooding in those traditionally flood-prone areas. All right, let's talk about the rest of the weekend. I think Sunday, things are going to wind down quickly in the morning. Any rain's going to end probably by 10 a.m., and then we may actually see some breaks of sun Sunday afternoon as this dry slot of air sweeps in behind our rainmaker. Temperatures will drop like a rock then Sunday night in the wake of our cold front. Here's, let's go ahead to Monday afternoon. I think there's going to be some flurries around from time to time on Monday as the cold air settles over the lakes. Christmas Eve is Tuesday, and I think there will be some mood snow this day. Now, could someone see a coating on the ground out of this? At this point, I can't quite rule that out. So someone might get lucky enough to have a candy coating, just setting the stage for Santa Claus Christmas Eve. That would be kind of a nice thing. So that's something that we'll be keeping an eye on. No major snows at all, but someone might see the ground coated out of those flurries and snow showers. And then Christmas Day itself, no matter which model you look at, it's going to be a quiet day. Mixed bag of clouds and sun and no precipitation around. We're going to settle back into a cold pattern once we're done with this weekend. This map takes us from the 28th, so late next week, through January the 5th. So well after the new year, and this particular model, which has the support of some other models, keeps us quite cold, below average. Looks like right into the new year. All right, that's weather for Weather Geeks on this Friday. I'll be on 21 News tonight at 6 and 11, and I'll have some weekend editions of this video coming up tomorrow and Sunday, since I will be working both days. In the meantime, have yourself a great Friday evening.